This may translate to more self-assurance in dating situations, because you got to realize that if you broke and you ain't really got it to give, you don't your ends ain't meeting, you're barely able to take care of yourself. You don't really feel confident of being able to take care of an extra person. A lot of men feel subconscious about even asking a woman for money. So knowing that you're in a financial bind, it is nearly impossible to put yourself in a position where you could uh, work with your partner and build yourself up financially, because you're broke, she's broke too. It's kind of a seesaw situation. So the newfound confidence that you get could help you approach potential partners with ease, have a plan of impressive dates without worrying about costs, engage in interesting conversation about business and finance, which actually gives you the ability to talk about your job so that she knows what you do for a living, because they're going to ask. You will be able to communicate with her about your expectations for investment opportunities and your 20-year financial plan as to where you see yourself in the future with your business versus your income stream, and where she would fit in with aiding you with becoming successful, because men must make sure that from the first date that they are putting forth the effort to put their non-negotiable expectations for behavior on the table before they move towards the commitment levels. They need to be able to express to the women exactly what they're looking for out of these relationships, and exactly what they're hoping to gain from her presence that they find valuable. Because the women are already saying steak and lobster and $150,000, $200,000 a year is the flat rate of expectations, whether you're ugly, attractive, tall, short, fat, thin, active, lazy. You got to have over $100,000 a year out the gate. So, we understand that there's certain qualities about men that can't change, but we also understand that there are some expectations that they need to have. Now, how you can improve your dating with utilizing taxes is you can improve your cash flow management. So you can utilize business credit cards to manage expenses and earn rewards, and then potentially freeing up more personal income for the dating activities. Because even though you can separate your business bank accounts from your personal bank accounts, there's a couple of things that you could potentially do utilizing your business credit cards, where you could charge certain things to the business that are tax deductible. And then those things are beneficial for the employees of the business, but the business money paid for it. This only works with businesses that are generating revenue. So if you have a shell corporation or a stock corporation that is just a business by name, but not actually generating revenue, it's a little bit harder to pull this off. But if you actually have a revenue generating business, you can do things like take out a cash loan and buy something. And it doesn't have to be a large cash loan. You could do a cash loan for $1,000, and then you can spend two or 300 of it and take the other 700, put it into a stock, and then pay it off, and then you have 700 in the stock. You could get yourself in advance to go on a short vacation. I don't recommend that. I find that that's financially wasteful, but I mean, if that's what you're going to do, you can do that. And if you're talking about business, the whole vacation, it's a business trip, so it ends up being written off on your taxes. So even though you spent that money, spent that business money, you actually spent the business money and then didn't have to pay Uncle Sam that exact same monetary value. So it's a win-win. So when you have better financial management, you can reduce your stress and allow yourself to focus more on your personal life. You're also not working yourself to death, taking bad business deals just to make a buck. You're not trying to close on unrealistic and unsatisfactory deals that are going to put you more in a hole than what you're going to turn you out a profit. Talking about some, I'm just trying to get the experience under my belt. No, I'm trying to turn a profit. I'm not trying to do nothing with nobody that is not going to pay me, or at least give me some form of reciprocation that I'm satisfied with in order for me to perform the task. Doesn't matter what the task is. I was actually just a matter of fact, I was actually having a conversation with my sister earlier today, and we were talking about family. And I told her, I said, look, all of the effort that I'm putting into um, getting a house for my father, I'm like, I am not about to have my brother come over for free. He's going to have himself a game plan. He's going to have, if he's coming over to live, he's going to have to be able to invest in the property. He's going to have to put in some monetary gains into the property. I've never gotten a free ride in my life. If I didn't have it, I did without. If I didn't have enough, I failed. I didn't have a safety net. I couldn't fall on somebody else and lean on somebody else. If it wasn't there, it just wasn't there. If I was Jesus and nobody gave me that fish and that loaf of bread, we would starve to death because nobody showed up. I didn't have anybody showing up for me. So I'm like, no, I put all this effort into being successful, and I put all this effort into being successful without asking for help. So now that you're in a situation where I'm the youngest child and everybody else is older than I am and less successful than I am, I'm like, no, you're not about to have me. If you really want to make yourself successful, just watch my podcast and take the advice that I give everybody else around the world and apply it, because I'm applying it. That's why I'm successful. That's the reason why I have the things that I have. That's the reason why I'm able to do the things that I do. But I'm not going to sacrifice my own success by trying to carry somebody who clearly doesn't want to carry themselves.